Hey friends, welcome back to the show. This is Susan Thetford. This is where we talk about all things Nashville, living in, moving to, and investing in the Nashville real estate market. Today's especially important because I think it's time to take a look at 2025 predictions for the real estate market. Before you dive into the comments and say, of course she's a realtor, of course she's going to say the market's great and everything's perfect about it. No. I'm giving you facts. I'm giving you information about what to expect. In 2025, we're looking at past housing market. We're looking at the business economic development, things that are going on right now. We're also looking and listening to those who are not me saying this, but what is it they're saying about Nashville? Because all the things that go into a city being a great place to invest in is right here. And we're going to talk about it, just the facts. So you tuned in, listen to it, and then, if you got comments, go ahead and comment. I don't care. Actually, I love your comments. Kind of fun sometimes. And yes, I will go ahead and tell you, 3 people have told me already, Susan, your eyes look weird. I'll tell you about that one day, but yes, my eyes look weird. Okay, let's get into it. So here are some of the parameters that we're going to take a look at. We're going to look at historical data of the last 4 years of the residential housing market. We're also going to listen to some national insights from economists about our growth. We're also going to talk about new developments and new business opportunities that are here continuing to grow and continuing to grow our economy. So we're going to look at those things that will create what we predict to be a very healthy residential real estate market for the next 2025 at least, and for coming years. First, let's take a really quick look at home price appreciation since 2021. Look in those last 4 years or so, including this year. And there have been some real changes, I will admit. So 2021 was, if you remember, the COVID years, where we had a lot of people moving from other areas of the country because people could start working remotely, maybe to get out of some areas that were really tightly, had some changes that they didn't like, and they were moving down south. We've seen that in a lot of different states. At one point, they were saying we had 100 people moving to Nashville. Now, still saying 89 people a day. And of course, they're not all buying homes. A lot of them are renting, but that's an investor market that might be something of good for you. So in 2021, our home prices increased in the Nashville SMSA, which of course is a 9-county area, by 18%. And that of course was driven by the pandemic-fueled migrations and relocations. But when you look at 2022, while the market cooled down a little bit in some areas especially, the economy still grew. As far as the residential housing market, home appreciation still grew to 15% annually for 2022. That's actually something that I as a realtor worried about. That is not sustainable. I didn't want it to sustain, and I don't think I jinxed the market. So 2023 was a kind of a challenging year. We had the higher interest rates by far, and that really put the brakes on some sales. Also, what took the brakes, if you've been talking to me long, you do know that the problem is very few homes are coming on the market for sale, which of course made the price push for homes really increase back in that 2021 year, when so many people are trying to buy homes. But we had to slow because of the interest rate. But still, the problem is, if people love their homes, although they'd outgrown them, maybe they were too big for them. I've got so many in my market who would like to downsize, but they want to take their equity with them and not have to reinvest it in the next home. And they want to stay close to the area that they love. That's continually a problem. But still, 2023, we saw an 8% appreciation of homes in the Nashville SMSA. Now, 2024, we don't have the fourth quarter numbers, but our market is still stabilizing. It has been slower. Actually, it's been the lowest number of sales as far as volume goes in, I think, 15 years is what I've recently read. You know what? I just put my head down, I do my work, and try to help people. But what we found is about a 6% appreciation so far, 2024, for all kinds of real estate here in the Nashville market up to third quarter of 2024. Now, Davidson County had 6%, and there's about a 5% appreciation in many of the surrounding counties. Williamson County experienced a little bit higher than that, and certainly pockets of areas were experiencing higher numbers than that. Cities like Franklin and Brentwood continued to command top dollar, while more affordable options like Hendersonville and Smyrna and some of the outlying cities, Columbia, all were experienced some growth, both popularity because of their relative value, but also many people were looking to go to smaller communities. If you're looking for a smaller, more of a Mayberry type feel or more of the old towny square, finding a lot of people looking for that type of thing. That's a Lebanon, that's a Columbia, that's parts of Gallatin. So it's great. They're knowing exactly the feeling they want in their community when they're moving to the Nashville area. Something to know. If you have a specific of what you want, or you just want to talk about, I want XYZ, I want a small town atmosphere, but I want the best schools possible for my kids, I want 20-minute drive to Nashville, whatever you want, let's hop on a call. I can help you in fine tuning, because look, if you're trying to search on Zillow or some of the places that I know we all look, they're very good to search on, you're going to see a fabulous house, exactly what you want. But if it happens to not be in a school zone or an area that's safe or within the time period that you want to get to work, it doesn't do you any good, right? Let me help you pinpoint the area that you want to be in. Have you heard the most recent? I know if you've been studying Nashville area, you've seen we're best of list on so many different things, Southern Living and Forbes. But have you seen the most recent with Residence Consultancy and Ipsos analysis? They did the top rankings of the top 400 cities of the world. They came up with the top 100 cities to live in of those top 400. And guess which city happens to be on that list? You got it, Nashville. Now here's where they come up with the parameters. They look at it through the lens of three key factors: livability, lovability, and prosperity. And Nashville came in at number 64. That's huge. 64 in the world for livability, lovability, and prosperity. We came in 64 overall and number 22 overall in culture and 53 in nightlife. Now, I will tell you, I'll be the first to tell you, or the last, I don't know, whatever. Nightlife is centered around downtown Broadway. Now, if you happen to live in Brentwood, the nightlife is non-existent, 9 o'clock. Pretty much everything is closed down. If you live in Franklin, it's about the same way. But if you want nightlife like no other, then the downtown Broadway area can go all day, all night, and you can never miss a beat. But remember, we got the lovability part of this too. But at any rate, number 64 on this residence consultancy of the top 100 cities in the world. That's huge. So what are some of the national predictions for 2025? Not just Nashville, but the national predictions for 2025 as far as the housing market goes. Chief economist Lawrence Yun for the National Association of Realtors sees 2025 as a year of stability in the housing market nationwide. While interest rates may remain higher than those pre-pandemic levels, demand for homes, especially in high-growth areas like Nashville, will continue to push prices upward. Yun expects home price growth to average 4 to 5% nationally in 2025. However, he notes that regions with job growth and population influx, like Nashville, could outperform the average. Hey, look, if we end up being a 5% annualized appreciation year over year, you can't make that up by renting and hoping the market plummets. Let's get into why is the market not going to plummet here in the area. In fact, with Nashville consistently ranking as one of the top destinations for relocation, Yun predicts the region could see home price appreciation closer to 6 to 7% in 2025. He also points to Nashville's thriving economy, the unemployment and booming industries as key drivers for this sustained growth. So what are some of these developments that is going to keep sustaining our growth in 2025? We've talked about it many times. Oracle, the Riverfront campus. This is a massive $1.2 billion campus, and it continues to bring thousands of high-paying tech jobs to Nashville. By 2025, Oracle is expected to employ about 8,500 people, making the area around the East Bank a hotspot for both residential and commercial real estate, plus the restaurants, the boutiques, all the things that go along with that kind of growth. Oracle's presence is also attracting startups and the suppliers to set up shop nearby, which is further boosting the employment. Amazon Operations Hub is another growth factor. This right here in the downtown area. Amazon's state-of-the-art operations center downtown is projected to employ 5,000 employees by 2025. Roles include technology, logistics, and corporate positions, which are drawing talent from across the nation. I actually am working with a family who is moving here within the next 3 weeks to begin working with Amazon in the financial department. We're already seeing that movement and a lot of growth coming here. Next, the AllianceBernstein Corporation is expanding. Now, this is a global investment management company which relocated its headquarters here in 2020, but they are further expanding. By 2025, AllianceBernstein expects to have 1,600 employees in the downtown Nashville offices, ranging from finance to all the support roles. So what is that going to do for some of the areas, that satellite towns and cities that are around the downtown Nashville? If someone doesn't want to be in a high-rise condominium, which is essentially what downtown Nashville is going to give you, they want to be in a satellite city. Maybe they have a family. It's going to really push values of Gallatin, Mount Juliet, Lebanon to the east, Hendersonville. It's going to push to the outlying areas a lot of growth. Thankfully, we're having a lot of more new construction in some of these outlying areas because it's fueled by all of this that's happening in the downtown area. But let's take a look at GM's electric vehicle push in Spring Hill. Spring Hill is down in Williamson County, and we're seeing a lot of growth down that area because GM's electrical vehicle plant is expanding. The $2 billion electrical vehicle plant in Spring Hill expects 1,500 jobs building the EVs and then the batteries, solidifying Middle Tennessee as advanced manufacturing hub. This too is fueling the growth down south in Spring Hill, Thompson Station, and over into the Maury County line for Columbia and some of the other smaller towns. You can have it all, just depending on what it is you need. I know you know about Nashville and our healthcare sector. This is growth, which is major companies, HCA, Community Health Systems, and Envision Healthcare. The healthcare sector remains a dominant employer in Middle Tennessee. By 2025, expansion in hospitals and medical research facilities, such as Vanderbilt Medical Center, will create thousands of new positions, particularly in nursing, research, and administration. Nissan headquarters down in Williamson County. Nissan has been a powerhouse in growth, fueling the Williamson County growth down Spring Hill, Thompson Station, and the Smyrna manufacturing plant is continuing to grow. They expect to add another 800 new jobs in EV production and vehicle assembly, and by expanding the operations in their Smyrna plant. New entertainment and tourism ventures. Major projects like the new Titan Stadium and the East Bank redevelopment will create thousands of construction jobs in the short term and permanent positions in hospitality, retail, and operations. There's a very strong rumor that we may be getting a Major League Baseball team. So we'd have Major League Hockey, Major League Football, Major League Baseball, all the music. There's so much going on here. I understand why we were ranked so high on fun things to do in culture. Number 8. Mixed-use developments. We are continuing to expand in a mixed-use development like those live, play, work communities, both residential, retail, commercial, inside of a community to create their own little townships. So West Haven is continuing to really grow in Williamson County. Berry Farms is continuing to grow. They've got years left of growth for these areas. And South Hall in Franklin. Those are 3 communities that are really growing as those live, play, work communities that's going to bring more employment opportunities in real estate, construction, retail, and all the services that go along with it, further strengthening the region's appeal. These businesses and developments are doing more than just creating jobs. They're also transforming the Nashville SMSA into a magnet for talent and opportunity. Nashville's unemployment rate is projected to remain well below the national average, with industries like tech, healthcare, manufacturing, and finance leading the way. So let's look at some of the projections of different areas of the Nashville SMSA. I want to highlight the major counties to give you an idea of where we expect that appreciation to go. So Davidson County, which is exactly where Nashville is the urban core. Prices here are expected to rise by 5 to 6% in 2025, about where they were in 2024. especially in neighborhoods near new developments like the East Bank. That's kind of the only area where there is new construction happening on a large scale. Williamson County, which is where Franklin, Brentwood, Thompson Station, Spring Hill, Nolensville, Fairview are, these are known for their top schools and luxury homes. Expect a 6 to 8% appreciation as demand continues for this high-end market. One of the difficulties about growth in Williamson County is that once you're out into the county area, we're not allowing small lot construction. They have to be 5 acres or more. So although you see a lot of beautiful big countryside and it looks like there's a lot of availability and I can just buy a lot and build a house, got to be 5 acres. And this is also an area where you also have to, septic tank is probably what you'll be having because sewer lines don't go out into the county area. It's just too expensive. So they're trying to kind of tamp down growth, which is going to increase pricing. Let's take a look at Rutherford County, which is where Murfreesboro is, about an hour from downtown Nashville. It is more affordable and family friendly. Rutherford County could see a 7 to 8% of growth, driven by its proximity to Nashville and the expanding job opportunities and its affordability quotient. Also, good schools. Please, I can't actually talk much about schools beyond telling you where to do your own research. Go to greatschools.org and check out some of these areas for yourself. Sumner County, that's Hendersonville and Gallatin, north of Nashville, at Old Hickory Lake. With growing lakefront communities and lower home prices, Sumner is positioned for a 6 to 7% growth in 2025. Now, Sumner County, Old Hickory Lake, is one of the few areas that you can actually live on the lake with a dock in your backyard. Now, that comes with a really pretty price point, but Percy Priest Lake over Wilson County does not allow docking on the lake. So if that's something that you're really interested in, we need to talk about where we can help you find the right home, the right location for you. Speaking of Wilson County, let's take a look at it. Wilson County is where Mount Juliet and Lebanon are the main cities there. Thanks to the mix of affordability and accessibility, right off of 40, very close to the interstate and very close to the airport, about a 30-minute drive from downtown Nashville, Wilson County could lead the pack with an 8 to 9% appreciation. There's still a lot of new construction, and when you've got much more inventory of new construction, that helps really push the pricing. And I think we're seeing a lot of good growth there. Again, check out the schools. That's a big pull that people are going over to Wilson County. So what are you hearing? What do you think? What is your crystal ball right this minute telling you? Is Nashville prices going to drop? Is the time to grab a great deal? Or is it better time right now to just wait it out? Wait till the market drops. That's the right way to go. I can promise you I've had a few people say that they were just going to wait, and that was back in 2021. They were just going to wait until the market really evened out and fell some, and then they're going to come in and snap up some deals. They still don't live here yet. They are still just watching and waiting. What do you think? Give me your crystal ball theory. And even more fun than that, find a time on my calendar. Let's have a 30-minute chat about what you might want in a community in the Nashville area. Let's talk about your specific situation. Let me help you set up a search to create your own little niche in the right community for you, and then we'll find the right home for you. Let's have that conversation. So let's go back to what some of the key factors that are driving our market in 2025. Nashville is projected to have a growth, or to be at a population of 2.2 million in the SMSA by the end of 2025, which of course is really going to push housing demand. I will tell you, for a native Nashvilleian like me, that truly is almost a shock. It really is growth. Us natives, y'all be kind. Us natives who've been here forever and ever just can't believe this kind of growth, but it's happening. Job market expansion, from healthcare to tech to manufacturing and construction, the region's diverse economy ensures a steady influx of well-paid professionals. Also, limited inventory. New construction is still struggling to keep up with demand, meaning competition for homes will remain fierce. We had quite a number of new apartments and especially luxury apartments built. That has slowed down somewhat, and as new people are coming in, that is being absorbed. So we had some really good deals for renters, and I've got a great solution for you if you want to be here to rent. Reach out to me. I can help you in finding the right people to find the deals for you. But some of those apartment prices are starting to go back up because the construction of apartments has really slowed down over the last year. So what does this mean for buyers and sellers in 2025? I think it means that I, as a realtor, am going to be really, really busy. So for buyers, it means this might be the year that you really should hone in. Let's buy the home. Yes, we're still going to have some appreciation, but if you're a buyer, 2025 could be the year to act before prices really, really climb. If interest rates do drop, then I can promise you that pent-up demand for people wanting to jump back in and try to grab those lower rates is going to push up the competition, which is going to further push up the pricing. If the time is right for you and you can handle the current interest rates, do it. I do not see a reason to believe that we're going to be dropping anytime soon. If you're a seller, this is the prime time to take advantage of the very high demand and that great appreciation that you have experienced over the last several years, and let's go on to the next chapter of your life. That's what I think about 2025. What do you think? What do you see is what's going to happen to the Nashville SMSA and for the economy in 2025? Look forward to hearing from you soon. I will see you next week. If you're planning a move to Nashville or looking for expert advice on buying or selling in 2025, reach out to me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts on Nashville and our real estate market. See you next week.